Hello, hi, hope you are well and doing great. In this video, we are going to talk about a very important topic, and that is needs analysis, or you could say analyzing the needs. This topic is important for those students who are studying applied linguistics, or you could say they are dealing with TOEFL or ESP. I have just attached one of the model that is of Hutchinson and Waters. This is one picture of it, or you could say pictorial representation of it. But in this presentation, we are not only going to talk about Hutchinson and Waters model, but we will also talk about certain other models, certain difficult terms that are involved in it. Okay, let's start. Needs analysis is considered to be the cornerstone of English for specific purposes. The concept of needs analysis has been different along the decades. Initially, it was considered that just assessing or finding out the communicative needs of the learners and techniques of achieving specific teaching objective were just needs analysis. But now the task of needs analysis is much more complex. It aims at collecting information about the learners. The first thing is that they need to connect information about the learner, and secondly, they have to define the target situation, how they can, how teachers of ESP or how teachers of applied linguistic or TOEFL could persuasively meet those the objective of those target situations. If we look toward the definition of Richards and Platt, we will find out that it is the process of determining the needs for which a learner or a group of learners acquires a language and arranges the needs according to their priorities. There is another definition. You could go with any definition, but I would prefer that you should go with somewhat longer and more complex definition. It would give you some good marks. Needs analysis refers to the techniques for collecting and assessing information relevant to course design. It is the means of establishing the how and what of a course, and it is the first stage in English for specific purposes, or you could say it is the first stage for course development, followed by curriculum design, material selection, methodology, assessment, and evaluation. The analysis is discussed with participants and its reality is verified by them. This is more good because everything is involved in it. Our course design, our material, our syllabus design, our teaching methodology, our assessment evaluation, everything depends upon needs analysis. Hutchinson and Waters first put forward the learning center, the first person who talked about learning centered needs, because initially we used to talk about needs that were perceived by the teaching institute, or you could say that could be perceived by the teacher. But now Hutchinson and Waters was the first were the first person who talked about learning center needs, and they gave their model in 1987, and they divided their needs into target needs and the learning needs. Other than this, if we just look at general English and English for specific purposes, there are certain differences between English for general English and English for specific purposes. And the first thing is that the needs of general English are not specifiable or not specified. But when we have any particular course that is dealing with specific purposes, then the needs would be specified. Secondly, learners and teachers in general English have somewhat less awareness of their needs, but in specific course or English for specific purposes course, you have an awareness of the needs. So these are two basic differences. Okay, now Hutchinson and Waters, how he defined needs, and then there is a simple pictorial representation that is going to be somewhat complex when we are going to explain it ahead. First of all, let us look at the definition of Hutchinson and Waters, because he is considered as somewhat the founding figure who have contributed in the field of needs analysis. Hutchinson and Waters view needs as the ability to comprehend or to produce the linguistic features of the target situation. So first of all, if we see that Hutchinson and Waters have divided needs into target needs and learning needs, but when we are going to consider another model in the same presentation, that is of Dudley and John, you will find out that he has talked about some more advanced features of needs analysis as well. But first of all, let us talk about model of Hutchinson and Waters. Hutchinson and Waters say that target needs. What are target needs? Target needs deal with what the learner needs to do in the target situation. For example, what you have to do in order to speak effectively, not only verbally but also non-verbally in the target situation, the situation that has been set for you. Other than this, learning needs, what the learner needs to do in order to learn, how will the learner will learn those needs very persuasively. So we have three things in it. In target needs, we have necessities, we have lacks, and then we have wants. Necessities. What is necessary for the learner's use of language? And this is perceived by an outside observer, or you could say ESP practitioner, that what is the most necessary thing for the learner in order to perform effectively in the target situation. Lacks deal with the gap between the target situation and the competence of the learner. And lastly, wants, what are the desires and wishes of the learner as well. We also consider these. Okay, now let us look into some more detail about target needs. Target need is something of an umbrella term which is hiding a number of important distinctions. In other words, target need is what the learner needs to do in the target situation. Simple. Hutchinson and Waters define target needs as those required by the learners in the context of use, that according to the context, according to the situation, that what they have to do, what needs they have to fulfill. So that are the target needs. Target needs are divided into three categories, as already discussed in the you could say table that I have drawn in the previous slide. First of all, necessities. Necessity, what the learner has to know in order to function effectively. Lacks refer to the gap, and wants refer to the personal wishes and desires of the learner. Necessities. Necessities are abilities that are deemed necessary to be mastered, and it is seen by the somewhat, you could say, ESP practitioner who could be the part of the same institution or any outside observer, and he or she considers that what are the basic necessities of this particular course. What aspects of language do students need to be able to fulfill in order to able to perform or in order to function effectively? As there is an example. For example, there is a businessman or woman who need to understand, who has to understand business letters. So he would have to deal with certain needs. This means she or he has certain needs, and then we are going to set the needs according to those demands. Secondly, lacks. We are going to look in lacks. We talk about gap. The gap between the necessities that would be considered something that was essential and what he already knows. For example, if he does not know what is an interrogative sentence or what is the proper structuring of interrogative sentence, then that would be considered a gap according to that particular field in that particular field. So we have to address that. Wants deals with that, you could say they are subjective needs, and the previous two were objective needs. Subjective because they are directly dealing with the learner, which has no direct relationship between the objective perceived by the teachers and the course designers. Wants are what the learners want to learn. They must also have their own wish and will, and they will say that we want to learn this thing. So wants have also been considered by Hutchinson and Waters, and the wants are the personal desires and wishes were left by the previous ESP course setters. Now, how could we gather information about target needs? We could gather information, and these are the common ways of gathering information about target needs, and they are mostly used in order to gather any information. And what are those? We could use questionnaires, interviews, a method of observation. We could even collect data from different sources, or we could have ongoing a regular class discussion, and from those we could gather the data. Now, what is the framework of target situation analysis framework? because when we have to gather some information, then we need to have certain questions in our mind. So ESP course designer needs to have certain questions. And what are those? Why is the language needed? For example, whether it is needed for study, for training, for work. How will the language be used? Whether they have to speak, whether they have to speak face to face, or they have to speak through a telephone. What will the content areas be? For example, that the subject would be business, commerce, medicine, architecture. What would be the content in which they have to use the language, and what would the level of it, that it would be tough, difficult, or with whom they would be using that language. Secondly, who will the learner use the language with? For example, they have to use the language with the native speakers or non-native, because when we know that whether they have to use the language with native speakers, then they need to have some different kind of knowledge, language expertise. And if they have to speak with non-native speakers, then they need to have somewhat different. And in this we also consider relationship, for example status, role, and social norms as well. Where will the language be used, and when will the language be used? So all these questions are considered by the ESP practitioner in order to gather information about the target needs. Now moving on to learning needs. Learning needs are what the learners need to do in order to learn. For example, it deals with the way, that proper way, or what methodology he could adopt in order to achieve those target needs. Using our analogy of ESP course as a journey, what we have done so far is considered the starting point, that was, you could say, LAC, and the destination that we have to reach. For example, this is the starting point, LACs, and we have to reach the destination, the most important objectives that we have to achieve, that are necessities, and where the destination should be, that deals with wants. So the methodology that we are going to adopt in order to take the learner from here to here would be considered learning needs. Moreover, the whole ESP process is concerned not with knowing or doing, but with learning. We need to take into account the destination are the needs of the learning situation. A task is enjoyable, fulfilling, manageable, and generative. A project in class can be guided in terms. So we could simply say that we also have to focus on the destination and how we could reach that particular destination. Now there is a framework that, as we have for target needs, likewise we have a framework for analyzing learning needs as well. For example, the first question is, why are the learners taking the course? Secondly, how do the learners learn? What would be the most beneficial way of teaching those learners? What resources are available to the teachers, and what resources are available to the students? Secondly, who are the learners? This is really important, because we have to consider, if the learners are not good at English, then we have to decide somewhat different kind of course design that would be having different expertise. Likewise, where will the ESP course takes place, and when will the? So these are some questions that are almost same with the target needs, but there are some questions that are different. So that was all about Hutchinson and Waters model, but there were certain things that were there, but different words, as because in your short questions it could be asked what is target situation analysis, what is present situation analysis, but Hutchinson and Waters did not talk about present situation analysis. So Dudley and John came up with certain different terms that you also need to know. Evans and St. John in 1998 proposed the following needs analysis approaches. Target situation analysis. First of all, we need to know the target situation that deals with target need. Target situation analysis reveals what the learner has to know in order to function effectively in any target situation. Like what they have to, for example, if they have to run a calculator, so what he has to do, then this means he needs to be expert at algebra, calculation, all the tricks and tips involved in doing calculations. So that is the target situation analysis of any particular situation. Other than this, present situation analysis. Present situation analysis seeks to identify how the student's level is at the start of their language course. For example, when we are going to start the course, we will get to know what kind of capabilities or what kind of skills do they have presently. For example, whether whether they do not have any skill, or whether they know the sentence structure, what type of vocabulary they have in their mind. So these things are dealing with present situation analysis, or you could say these are dealing with also with gaps. Learning situation analysis. Learning situation analysis refers to all subjective, felt, and process-oriented needs. The previous two needs, target situation analysis and present situation analysis, were dealing with objective needs, or you could say somewhat product-oriented. But learning situation analysis is subjective, felt, and process-oriented. Learning situation analysis also directs what the learners want to learn. So it deals with wants, as discussed by Hutchinson and Waters. Evans and John state that learning situation analysis means effective ways of learning the skills in language according to them. So over here, if we are do not using it as a one noun, then we have to use state. According to them, learning situation analysis also refers to why learners want to learn. What is their purpose of? If we are going to consider these factors, then they would be more cognitively or effectively involved in getting in learning the course, and they would feel confident, or they would feel motivated in order to learn what is being taught in the course. Means analysis. Lastly, what was learning needs, or the proper way of getting to the target needs, or getting to the set objectives, was learning needs as defined by Hutchinson and Waters, but Dudley and Evans St. John called it as means analysis. Contend that means analysis have first been coined by these to look at the environment. So first of all, the environment in which the course will take place. It considers what realistically the ESP course and teacher can offer. Means analysis takes into consideration the socio-economic context, and other than that, in which all these inform the course content and the teaching learning procedures. So means analysis deals with how the course will go on, in what environment will the course go on, and what is the role, status, socio-economic backgrounds of the student that are present, of the teacher who is present, what about the personality of the teacher. So all these factors are considered in the means analysis. So now if we just consider the approach or the model of Dudley and Evans, as there was some questions set by Hutchinson and Waters in order to get information, but Dudley and Evans simply talk about those terms, and his approach is considered somewhat holistic, that is consisting of number of things, and mostly it is followed by the researchers. Now first of all, we are going to start with target situation analysis, and those are called objective needs. Then we are going to talk about wants of the learner, that are called subjective needs. Present situation analysis, the present or current skills or current language level of the student. Then we have learners gap, the difference between the gap between C and A. For example, they have to achieve this and they currently possess this much knowledge, so the difference between these two would be called gap. Language learning needs, language information about A, or you could say professional or target communication, that which genres, language and skills do learners need to master, learners needs or expectation from the course. And lastly, means analysis, how will the course run. That's all for today, and if you have any question or query, you can type in the comment box. Today we talked about needs analysis and some of the important models of needs analysis, and for more such videos you have to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.